Hey YouTube, it's going to be another Megan Meier video. This is my, I believe this will be this will be my 18th video on Megan. I know only it shows one and it shows all my other ones but the 16th. That's because it was blocked in some countries, but I heard it was blocked in one. I didn't put a song in that video, but I was watching a TV show called The Web of Lies, but here we go. So this is going to be a video from Megan. And Megan had a beautiful smile. And it was Megan Taylor Meier. She was born November 6, 1992 and died October 17, 2006. Had a beautiful smile. Megan hung herself in a bedroom because of cyberbullying by a boy called Josh Evans. When an investigation began, it was founded Josh Evans didn't exist. The person controlling the MySpace of Josh was actually a parent of one of Megan's old friends. Megan was 13. She was born the same year I was. It says on her Facebook she's 16. That was made. Video was posted. The video was posted in 2008. But Megan, hold on. She would have been 16 then, in 2008. Her MySpace is still up. I found it once. And Lori Drew was the parent. She first denied this. Then she said it had been a harmless joke. Not harmless at all. Not anymore. Then, Tina's probably swore at them, as she has probably claimed to have done, and they said give it a rest. And it's like, give it a rest? If Lori Drew was a real mother, she'd understand why the Meyers want justice for their Megan. That's what it says in print. An adult, a parent, a cyberbullying a 13-year-old girl. The world would be a better place without you. The last message Megan sent to Megan by Lori. It was, everybody in O'Fallon knows who you are. You're a bad person. Everyone hates you. Have a shitty rest of your life. The world would be a better place without you. And then, listen to this, because this is, they picked up a picture of a good-looking guy, and in this case, hot to girls. He had like, a surfboard and everything. He was supposed to be a hot girl, or a hot guy, whoops, a hot guy, investigating Megan. And okay, so it's like, everybody in O'Fallon knows who you are. You're a bad person and everyone hates you. Have a shitty rest of your life. The world would be a better place without you. Then Megan responded to him and saying, you're the kind of boy a girl would kill herself over. This is what I would say to Megan. No boy is worth killing yourself over. It's not. He... And they all tried to revive her somehow. And here we go. And it says, Our Beautiful Angel, Megan Meier, November 6, 1992 through October 17, 2006. October 17th. Yeah, people said she looks about 18. She has a beautiful, she's beautiful. Not ugly at all. November 6, 1992. Her baby picture. That's her as a baby. I don't know what this motive was to create a fake MySpace. Because I've been taking a look at this, look at how beautiful she was. You know, actually, I want to say something. On October 16th, she had a good day at school. She had handed out invitations for her birthday, and her friends from her new school were gonna come and celebrate with her, and she had already picked out the polka dot dress, black polka dots and all that. If you see the quality of this video, yeah, the quality of my camera isn't too good right now because my webcam goes in and out of focus, and right now it's really fuzzy. I'm just gonna say it doesn't really bother me anymore, but it's a Microsoft HD, but right now the fuzziness is kind of getting here and keeps on. It just goes in and out of focus. It's not my fault. It's the way the webcam works. But just saying. But she had already passed out invitations for her 14th birthday. She was 3 weeks shy of her 14th birthday. I was already 14 by that time because I'm 10 months older than Megan. I was born 10 months before Megan was. I was already 14 by then. But yeah. If I had a time machine, I would go back in time and save her and take her out for some ice cream or a milkshake and make sure that she had a great day. Make sure she had a great night and tell her not to get worked up and tell her to maybe delete her MySpace because she doesn't need one, because MySpace isn't worth it at that age. I had a MySpace. She should have just blocked Josh Evans actually after he said something bad. Not delete, but just block. And Megan loved to swim. I'm learning more facts about her. Our angel, in loving memory of Megan Taylor Meier. She loved fishing. I love to fish. She loved dogs. I love dogs too. So that's something me and Megan have in common. I can't swim though. That's humiliating to me. She also loved boys, like hot guys. She loved hip hop, I know that. I'm more of a rock and roll kind of guy. When Megan started this MySpace account, she met a boy named Josh Evans. Excuse me. He was 16, cute, and he liked Megan. I think it was a guy who had all of his chest hair shaved and all that or something. Josh was from a broken home. He played the guitar and drums. I'd love to see him. I'd love to see this fake character really play the drum because my friend is a drummer. I have a friend who's a drummer. For 6 weeks, Josh and Megan were MySpace boyfriend and girlfriend. See, that's how beautiful Megan really was. I know this might make my webcam go in and out of focus like it did just a little bit ago, but I was trying to show how beautiful Megan really was. And you can probably tell what my favorite band is. AC/DC. Yeah, AC/DC is my favorite band. My favorite bands, Megan liked hip-hop. I do like a few rap singers. I like Eminem. Lil Wayne's okay. I'm not too much of a rap kind of guy, though. I do like a Kanye West remix Love Lockdown song. And a hip-hop song I like is Soulja Boy, Kiss Me Through the Phone. I'm like into AC/DC, The Beatles, Kiss, Nirvana, and I also like Grand Funk Railroad and the Rolling Stones and stuff. The Answer. Until October 16th, 2006, things got ugly. Yes, things got very ugly. UGLY. Things got ugly. Josh, along with Megan's other MySpace friends, posted bulletins about her. Why would Megan's other friends post bad crap about her? Calling her a fat and a slut. I would have tried to save Megan from this. The last message sent to Megan was, "The world would be a better place without you." After that, Megan logged off MySpace and hung herself. Actually, I don't think that was true, because I think she was still signed into MySpace because she just ran up the stairs, and I think the dad still saw her signed on to MySpace. That was what the Web of Lies said. And that's what the narrator said. By the time her mom found her, it was too late. She did get a slight pulse back. There's a picture. She has beautiful eyes. Beautiful smile. Beautiful eyes, and she did have a really nice smile. A few weeks later, after Megan's death, her parents found out Josh Evans wasn't real. He was a hoax created by the people down the street: Lori Drew, Ashley Grills, and Sarah Drew. Megan's old friend. Megan's friend, yeah. I think Megan called her a lesbian and they quit being friends or something. Lori is being charged with 1 account of conspiracy and 3 accounts of accessing computers without authorization. I think she agreed to the terms of service and abused them. Tina Meier created the Megan Meier Foundation to end bullying, cyberbullying, and bullying. There's another video of Megan. I showed it. After I filmed a few videos about Megan, my fiance got into this subject, and so did Al and Alva, and subscribe to both of them because they made good videos on this topic as well. Thank you for watching, and thank you. To find out more about Megan, you can find out more about. Sorry for any spelling errors. Well, I'm not a good speller either, so I'll just say that. Alright, I'm not on the last video yet.
Hey guys, it's Bill. Been a little while since I've posted a vlog, but something struck me tonight, struck a chord with me, and I wanted to talk about it. This is not going to be a funny vlog, but I want to talk about a little girl named Megan Meier.
Yeah, of course it's not going to be funny when it's a little girl who commits suicide.
Who,
because she was young.
Last year, at the age of 13 years old, committed suicide. You may have heard about this on the news. I read about it in People Weekly recently, and I just was rereading about it on AOL.
I heard about this story back in 2011 when I was watching a video about Phoebe Prince on the news on my YouTube account. I was watching John Ferrera's video, and then I decided to research it, and I looked at the one that was Phoebe Prince, and then they said, this isn't the first time cyberbullying has ended in death. In 2006, 13-year-old Megan Meier killed herself after being harassed on MySpace by a neighbor's mother posing as a teenage boy. And I watched it, and showed Megan, beautiful smile, and it showed Lori, big, ugly bitch.
Sweet little 13-year-old girl with pretty hair and a nice smile and
beautiful hair, beautiful eyes, beautiful smile.
Seems like the average charisma of any girl at that age. Killed herself. Hanged herself in her own closet. Why? Because a neighborhood mother,
yeah, like a 46-year-old lady, I think, or 43. I think it was 46. A mother
of a 13-year-old girl. Created
a mother of another 13-year-old girl who was Megan's old friend. And I think Megan was maybe 3 days older than Sarah, I think.
Base account. And befriended Megan Meier. And said she was pretty and this and that. And then turned on her and basically said a whole bunch of evil things and said the world would be a better place without you. Megan, thinking that this boy, Josh, was now mad at her for some reason, went and hanged herself. So, I have two things to say. One, to anyone out there who thinks it's funny, or cool, or just gets their jollies off of toying with someone's emotions, or playing with them in any possible way, fuck you.
I agree, and if you think it's funny, if Lori Drew watches this and she thinks it's funny to play this joke on Megan, if she thinks it's funny, you must not have been raised pretty well. You must have been raised by Satan himself. I'm not trying to go that far, but Lori came from the pits of hell, in my opinion.
To really think about what you do, your actions, and the consequences that may come because of it. And number two, anyone out there, young or old, no matter what anyone says about you, you are special. You are a good person. Always believe that, and don't believe the things that they say. God knows that I was the victim of years of torture and teasing by my classmates and many other people, and I have a lot of scars because of it, but you know,
I was the same way. I was bullied at school because I have autism, disability, ADD, and another form of a disability. I have three traits of a disability, and I'm not going to name them all yet, but so far all I'll tell you is I have autism, disability, and attention deficit disorder, and that's all I'm going to tell you so far.
You know what? I know I'm a good person, and I know that I have a lot to offer the world, and I feel sad.
And God loves you. Jesus loves you.
But this little girl felt that there was nothing else she could do but end her own life. And not, it just angers me that a lie caused her to never fulfill her potential and to go on and see where her life would have led. So, my thoughts and prayers are with Megan Meier and her family, I hope she's with God in heaven. I hope that now she's at peace. Anyway, like I said, this is not really a happy vlog, but I am very passionate about this subject. So, any of you watching, anyway, like I said, this is not really a happy vlog, but I had to go on and see where her life would have led. So, my thoughts and prayers are with Megan Meier and her family. I hope she's with God in heaven.
I hope she is too, because she deserves it. Having angel wings and knowing that her family loved her. Tina Meier, you were lucky to have a daughter like Megan, and she was lucky to have a mother like you. Allison, you were lucky to have a sister like Megan, and she was lucky to have a sister like you. And Ron, you were lucky to have a daughter like Megan, and she was lucky to have a father like you. Guys, people who actually cared for her. Unlike Lori Drew. Unlike Lori Drew, Ashley Grills, and Sarah Drew.
I hope that now she's at peace. Anyway, like I said, this is not really a happy vlog, but I am very passionate about this subject. So, any of you...
And by the way, just to say, I believe in Jesus.
Watching, pass this message along, and put Megan Meier in your thoughts and prayers. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay, here we go.
Hello YouTube, today I'm going to talk about something that I recently heard on MSNBC. I think it happened about the beginning of the month, of a very sad case of a girl that committed suicide because of an online...
And by the way, she wasn't 14 then, because it says 14-year-old Megan Meier. She was just about to turn 14. She was 13 still.
Not necessarily a predator, but a false identity. And this is the first case to be recorded in the United States of someone killing themselves over internet fraud. And
now, I know 3 girls who have killed themselves over internet fraud. Now, the first one I heard about was Phoebe Prince and Megan Meier, then Amanda Todd. But the first one that happened was Megan Meier that I heard about, and then that was the first one that happened. Then Phoebe Prince, and then Amanda Todd. So Megan Meier killed herself in 2006. 4 years later, I think it was 4 years later, was it? Yes, it was 4 years later. Phoebe Prince killed herself. Then 2 years later, Amanda Todd killed herself. Yeah.
I think this is extremely sad, and I think there needs to be a law put down about people that make a fake identity for themselves and cause pain to other people. What happened was, this girl, her name is Megan Meier, killed herself after being cyberbullied by this guy Josh. And at first, apparently they were talking for about 6 weeks, and abruptly he had stopped talking to her and saying that he didn't want to talk to her because she was mean to her friends. And, she cried about that. And all of a sudden, there's all these tons of...
Megan also cried every day going to school and every day coming home from school because she wanted to fit in with the popular crowd so she could be one of the cool kids. And I thought she tried to buy friendship by giving them candy and everything, and they still didn't respect her.
Messages, getting fun of...
So I'm gonna come out with the truth. Back, I used to get the crap beaten out of me at school, and I would be called a loser, a fat retard, a retard, and I just wanted to end my life. In 2007, or when I went to school in middle school, I wanted to apologize for someone because I accidentally hit him in the nuts because he put his hand in my face and I tried to get him off of me and I accidentally kneed him in the balls, and then And then I tried to apologize, but then he freaked out, and then he said he said that I said I was gonna shoot him, but he said for a minute I thought he said I was gonna shoot him or he was gonna shoot me, but I said I was gonna shoot myself in the head because he finally got that through his head at that time.
And we're on MySpace. This is on MySpace, by the way, saying that.
And he thought I was mentally challenged, but I'm only autistic.
The world would be a happier place without her, and that's just vile as hell. And the culprit in this is what's crazy. The culprit is apparently one of their neighbors, and is the mother of one of her friends. And I'm gonna post pictures of her. And according to her parents, prior to her suicide, she was a very happy-go-lucky girl. And
Yeah. At one point, her life was actually taking a turn for the better. They all called her Fat Cow and an Elephant, so she quit eating lunch, and I think she started to lose weight recently, and she was on the volleyball team, and she had a great day the day that she hung herself. This is what happened. They were hanging out with her. She would stand up for other people, according to Tina. She would stand up for other people, and trust me, I would have stood up for Megan if I would have known her back then.
It's like I can relate to this because I dealt with a fake identity person too. You just seem like this dream guy, fake identity.
Nico, the guy my pretender claimed to be.
Too, and you just seem like this dream guy, and I thought that's what this person was like, this Josh person, because this person
Guy who Nico really was.
like this Josh person because he had this fake identity of being this really cute guy, and I just think it's horrible that an adult would do this to a 13-year-old child, and
Alright, here it says.
an adult would do this to a 13-year-old
14, sorry. Well, actually, she was still 13.
child, and the mother of the friend excuses that she wanted to have comfort in being able to investigate this MySpace just in case the girl Megan was harassing or posting bad things about her own daughter. And
What Lori wanted to do was to find out if Megan was talking about Josh or Sarah behind her back.
The mother also posted onto this Josh account that Megan is fat and she's a slut. I honestly think a lot of this crime had to do with jealousy, because if you look at the Megan, she's obviously a very pretty girl. Though I read that she had been suffering from obesity.
I care more what's on the inside than the outside. So I was in... Speaking of that, I heard a mother, I think it was a mother, who yelled at a child in... What was it? Taco Bell. I was on the road looking for somewhere for dinner after I got off of work, so I was looking somewhere, and then I looked over and I saw a mother yell at her son, I think, because he called his sister fat. And for some reason it just clicked into my head that that's what they called Megan, and I was disgusted. So I was eating my dinner, and I felt bad for that girl. So they said, go dry your tears off in the bathroom, and that sickened me. I think it was a brother or a sister, I don't know, but they called her fat, and it made her cry. And I was disgusted that someone would actually say that about their own sister. I was sickened by that fact. So, me being the nice guy I was eating dinner, but then I thought, why don't I do something for them? So I came up to the mother and gave her $5 and said, here. And then she took the $5 and said, thanks. Because I felt bad for that little girl. And it's not just that. It's, money doesn't buy love, but you can always do something generous. I am generous. Like, one time, I was in KFC one time after work. Trust me, I don't eat at the healthiest fast food restaurants, but actually, the only fast food restaurant I eat at right now is the one that my mom works at. Well, she actually works at a coffee stand that has a fast food restaurant in the back, but it's not like McDonald's or Burger King or KFC and all that. But I was at KFC and I thought about a homeless man. I'm like, so I bought him 2 chicken sandwiches, and he said, what's that? And I said, it's dinner for you, and then he gave me a hug. I gave him 2 chicken sandwiches and a cup of water. And me being the nice guy I was, those girls, there was a girl who walked out saying, God bless you to me, because I bought him for that lady and her family. And they said, thank this young man for your cinnamon buns. And I told that girl she's not fat. It's more what counts on the inside. And then family walks out, people say, God bless you. And I'm like, thank you, have a great night. And
well, not obesity, but weight problems, you know what I mean? I didn't mean obesity, but she'd been suffering from weight problems. That she had just turned, she was 14. So
she was almost 14, just 3 weeks. Just 3 weeks away.
Just going into puberty and stuff like that. So she's starting to get taller and lost some weight, and
I think she was 5'5.5", so she might have actually been pretty tall if she would have grown up. I was about 5'3" when I was in middle school, like 5'3" when I was in 5'3" or 5'4" when I was in middle school, and I think 5'3" when I was in 7th grade, I think. And I grew up to be about 5'10" or 5'11" at the tallest. Maybe 5'11" at in the morning, because I stretch out my legs and get taller, and probably 5'9" at nighttime. You're taller than you are in the morning than you are at night.
Getting her braces off, so it's like, she was just coming out of an awkward stage.
Some people have said people with the braces are actually ugly. Megan, no way, she was beautiful. With or without braces, she still would have been beautiful.
But then you look at
and she still had a beautiful smile.
The daughter of this woman, Lori Drew, who invented this Josh character, her daughter is not, attractive at all. She's a little bit chunky.
That's actually kind of true. Sarah Drew really is not attractive. You want to match up these two? If you want to match these two up, there's Lori and there's Sarah. Sarah's not that attractive at all. See, there's Sarah. Oops. Don't want to break a glass here. That's Sarah and that's Lori. And Lori is ugly as hell. And Megan, up there, is as pretty as can be. So Megan, if you're watching this from heaven, it's about time. You guys ever watched the movie Good Will Hunting? It's about time to use my favorite line from that. Megan, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Megan, it's not your fault. It's not your fault at all.
And the mother is obviously not attractive. I mean...
Nah, I find that part funny. Listen to this again.
And the mother is obviously not attractive. And the mother is obviously not attractive.
little snorter. I've sometimes had trouble with laughing so hard that I start to snort sometimes.
I mean, from what I think. And, well, just knowing that she did this makes her more unattractive, but, I just feel like it's just horrible. It's horrible that this woman would do this. And,
I think in one video, Megan or Tina was typing saying, I think you're a little too old for my daughter, or yada yada yada, and she said, and then Josh responded with, I understand your concern. So it strikes as odd as someone would say that, and they thought it was a real, not a mother, but they were knowing that they wanted to protect her, and it says, and Megan got a little angry and said, my mother called the po-pos about you to find out if you're real, and said she's just she's probably just trying to protect you.
I think that
The reason Tina did that is because she loved Megan.
prosecutors should definitely charge her. I don't know necessarily for murder, but just for this fraudulent scheme. But it's so.
She should have spent the rest of her useless life in jail, because she had to shut down her business, I think, that she started, because everyone hates Lori, Sarah, and Ashley Grills. Lori and Sarah Drew are hated by them, and so is Ashley Grills.
Hard for them because there's no law on this. There's no law saying that you can't make up a fake identity and start messaging teenagers, and I don't know. It's just hard to say. I think the internet needs to be a lot safer, though. I mean, thing is, though, is you can say that you can't make up fake people on a social networking site, but it's like, me and my friend Catherine once did that, and we made up like this kid named Humphrey Pants, and it was just hilarious, and we'd like write the craziest stuff, and we just joke around with it, but we weren't, trying to harm anyone, and we weren't taking it seriously. It's like, I think it depends, like, I mean, people are always going to make up fake identities for themselves. There's people on social networking sites like Gaia Online that make up fake accounts and add personalities, It's just because I think teenagers look to the internet as a outlet for
Okay, I'm going to tell you the truth. The internet used to be used to find stuff and all that, but now the internet is used to cyberbullying and to threaten other people. So the internet is evil, and it's not a safe place all the time. They said if you turn out the lights, America still seems like a pretty scary place, because I heard over 1,000 people in America die per year. That's sad. And I don't want to die yet. I want to live my life happily. But I can't always be happy, Megan killed herself, and I'm doing pretty good at work, so that's why I'm happy for me being able to work as hard as I can.
And also, like, getting away from their real life. So I think people are always going to make up fake identities for themselves. It's just when people pose as someone that wants to be your boyfriend or something, especially to a 13-year-old, 14-year-old girl, there's going to be huge problems. So, yeah, this woman should definitely, I think, have 20 years in prison. Because, I mean, I can just imagine what this has done to make...
She would have been almost 70 if she would have gone to jail for 20 years. Who cares? She deserved it.
Meier's family, her parents. I guess her parents are going to file for divorce. It's like, all of this could have been completely avoidable if this bitch wouldn't have done this.
I like that statement right there.
Parents. I guess her parents are going to file for divorce.
Not that.
It's like, all of this could have been completely avoidable if this bitch wouldn't have divorced. It's like, all of this could have been completely avoidable if this bitch wouldn't have...
Yeah, that statement about calling her a bitch, because that's what Lori Drew is a sick woman, a sick, twisted bitch.
You know? And it's like the little town that they live in, Darling Prairie is putting down some laws. They're putting down laws in their county.
I think it was in O'Fallon also.
And stuff like that. But,
Sorry, that I just got on MySpace to show you guys something later. Ooh.
not enough. And I just wanted to get the word out. I know I probably won't get very many views for this, but I'm just saying that
You got over 100,000 views. You got 114,150 views.
I think people should be careful about making up fake identities and, because stuff like this can happen. If I would have dealt with something like this, when I was 13, 14, who knows what I would have done, It's like this poor girl had her whole life ahead of her, and it was cut short because, of her, I hate to say it, but it's like her choice in this was, matter of maturity.
I think Megan probably wanted to be free from what she was going through, but just what I'd like to say is if I would have been there, I would have told Megan to come with me. I would have given her ice cream to let her cool down. And been like a big brother.
She's just a kid. And
yeah, you know what makes this even sadder than just having parents? She had a sister named Megan Meier.
Kids tend to make decisions like don't really think about what they're going to do, and she just kills herself.
Because Allison is also a very pretty girl.
And I think it's just horrible. It's horrible what happened. It's like when I told my mom about this case, she's like, that woman should be burned. And that woman should get something permanently burned into her face that says, I caused a 14-year-old girl to commit suicide.
13.
Because wouldn't that be I think that would be a good punishment in cases like this. Because just look at her and just imagine that.
It kind of reminds me of NPH. You know who Neil Patrick Harris is? Doogie Howser, a.k.a. Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother. And he was in the Harold and Kumar movies. What he did was he in the second one, he branded a prostitute with the letters NPH.
That's what she deserved. I just hope that I don't know what to say. I just think it's horrible that I feel for the family, and I feel for people that have had to deal with.
I kind of feel for Megan because I've had the same thing. Not just people telling me to go kill myself. People have told me to get friends. People have told me to go kill myself. Oh yeah, you want to know something a friend of mine said? He wanted me to learn to take shit, but the teacher was astounded that he said this. Listen to this. Why don't you go dig a hole and kill yourself? Nobody loves you. And then she opened her mouth and said, that is rude. And my friend was disgusted and tell him to F off and tell him Kyle Lyon loves you. If you don't know Kyle Lyon, he was one of my best friends of all time from high school. He's like my best friend ever. And I have something to live for. I have a beautiful fiance. She knows how to make a beautiful bracelet. I bet if Megan was her friend, she would have made Megan a friendship bracelet. That's what she does.
Predators on the internet, I had to deal with one, and it was horrible. So, yeah, go over to my channel, BaseJ519, check out my video about Nico Lai, the fake person, and, yeah, okay, well,
And subscribe to Emily Wilson. She has 1,000 subscribers. I don't have very many, but I have some.
I will talk to you later. Please add me, subscribe, I'll sub back. Yep.
Alright, now there's something else I'd like to show. This one says, well, my name is Josh. Well, my name is Josh. I like to chill with my friends. I like to party. Male, 16 years old, somewhere in Missouri, United States. Online now. That's the way MySpace used to be. That's what MySpace was all about. That's what Josh Evans looked like on MySpace. And that's Megan Meier's page. It's restricted and only confirmed connection can access this profile. Click connect button as a connection. And I think the last time it was ever signed into was in 2007. And just to say about this, there is something I would like to say. I think Lori Drew is also a coward. In this one, in the Megan Meier video,
was a picture of Peter, who was downstairs in the basement, but I didn't really pay that much attention.
Messaging name.
Pretty Bling 16. She likes hip hop. She likes to shop. She likes hot guys at my. I like hot guys at my school. They are fine.
She loved being on the computer, and she took so many pictures of herself doing goofy stuff.
That's her sister Allison.
Everybody else does this. Rule 4.
When I told her the rules, she was like, oh my gosh, Mom, seriously, you're like a warden of a prison. No one else is like you.
Just to say what Megan said about that, Megan, your mother just loved you.
When Megan goes live, she chooses Pretty and Bling 16 as her instant messaging name.
I used my nickname Superfo, I think, from high school. That was my nickname in high school. And Brittany called me Channy Fo since I want to change my name to Channing.
She loved being on the computer, and she took so.
This is Allison, Megan's little sister, and she's a very pretty girl as well. I'm just gonna say to her mom, and Megan's dad that I'm very sorry to what happened for all three of you having to lose sister or daughter
So many pictures of herself. Yeah.
in this part. A ward of a prison is more or less someone who guards a prison every day. And I know why Tina was just trying to protect her daughter, because she loved her daughter. And she found her hanging, and yeah.
Tina realizes that Megan could be in danger,
Yeah.
with Megan still
And right here.
birthday party. He tells her he can't make it. Megan falls hard.
Hey, you need to pay attention here.
What? The friend request.
And it says I have a great chest, own 1 trillion CDs, goal this year, meet a girl. Her weight don't really matter.
What? It was a picture of a good-looking boy, and his name was Josh Evans.
He wants to be friends with me.
And I said, well, Meg, do you know him? And she's like, Mom, no, but he's hot.
He's 16.
Please, Mom. Come on, nothing's gonna happen.
Tina is instinctively skeptical.
All right. I let Megan add him because I wanted to build trust with her, but I also said if anything negative, anything sexual said, he's deleted immediately.
Not just deleted, but then you block him. I want to show you.
Maybe there's danger. But I also wanted to build trust with her.
And rule 4.
Nobody else does this.
Rule 4.
Hey,
When I told her the rules, she was like, oh my gosh, Mom, seriously, you're like a warden of a prison. No one else is like...
Warden of a prison is more or less someone who tortures someone else. That's what's more or less like. But when you're 13, you need to live by the rules. When you're 18, you're old enough to live by your own rules, except drink alcohol. Actually, this is kind of funny because when you're 18, you can smoke and probably stay out late for a little bit, like probably until 10 o'clock. When you're my age, 23, you could probably stay up as late as you want. But I wouldn't do that if you're just about to go to work the next day, and it's a good thing I have the day off. But I'm trying to be quiet because I don't want to wake up my mom and get in trouble. Because I'm old. I usually every day go to bed around 1 o'clock to hit the hay and get some rest. But I'm trying to film this video for Megan.
Yeah. I have a...
Listen to this.
I'm going to respond to him, and I said...
It says right here.
Because she'd always had her face on the computer.
M is for modern, E is for enthusiastic, G is for goofy, A is for alluring, N is for neglected. C for my name. If I went by Channing, there would be 2 goofies because I'm way too goofy. And I'm not selfish, I'm very selfless, and I'm not greedy at all.
About 3 weeks after Megan...
People said I think about myself too much, and I only care about myself. That's not true. I don't love myself. I love my friends and family more than I love me.
started her MySpace. She got a friend and she thought he was cute.
And then it said, cute picture.
He
from
commented on
Josh.
her pictures and said she had beautiful eyes and a great smile. It was
Love your beautiful
a
long
nice
hair.
feeling that he was saying
These are all from Josh.
nice things to her, telling her she was beautiful.
Megan was definitely boy crazy. She liked talking to Josh Evans a lot. So I guess it was a good way for her to like interact with other people.
Megan falls hard for Josh. He tells her he was born in Florida and
Do you miss Florida from
only
Megan?
recently moved to her hometown of O'Fallon, Missouri. He also reveals that
Yeah, but not my dad. He was an
he
ass.
comes from a broken home.
Megan had a
And
big
here it
heart.
says, sorry to hear that.
So Megan would feel bad for people who struggled and would get attached emotionally.
She's like me. I feel bad for people who struggle. I try to stand up for other people.
She worries about
I can stand insults to myself, but not to my mother, my fiance, my friends, my family, or people like that. Not to other people, yeah.
somebody. And it ended up to where Megan and Josh said they were in this relationship.
I wouldn't go that far. Got an awesome dress for birthday, polka dots. That's what she said. And said, you look good in anything. You're my beautiful
I looked at
princess.
her and I said, Meg, honey, how can you be in a relationship with him online? You don't even know him.
Megan is desperate
And Megan said, "It's my B-day soon. Want to come to party?"
to meet Josh and invites him to her 14th birthday party. He tells
Oh no, I gotta see my family in Florida.
her he can't make
That's a lie because Josh Evans isn't real.
it. Then she asks
What's your phone number?
for his phone number.
Mom can't afford a phone. And I think he also said that he just moved in. He doesn't have a lot of money. That he couldn't afford a phone. He was at someone else's house using the computer and the
He
internet.
says his
And I can pinpoint.
as
How's your friend Sarah?
Megan's infatuation with Josh grows, her
Don't know. We don't talk much nowadays.
friendship with her neighbor Sarah cools off even more.
She should have probably tried to go talk to Sarah and probably work things out, because then this would never happened.
One
And with Tina,
morning, when Megan's at school,
Here.
Tina finds the computer on in the basement, with Megan still logged on to MySpace. She types hello. Josh, a 16-year-old boy who in theory would normally be at school himself, replies.
it said hello back.
I sat there and thought for a second. I thought, I'm going to respond to him. And I said, this is Megan's mom.
Hey, I think you're a little too old for my daughter. That's what it says on my on the screen here.
He responded back and said, oh, you're wanting to protect.
Something went wrong here.
Josh grows.
And I even said, wait, they would have either responded back and said, oh, you're wanting to protect.
Protect your daughter, and it says,
Tina realized. Tina
Wait, they would have either completely gotten off, or they would have said something like, what a bitch. Things didn't feel as uneasy because I thought, typically
because it said, I understand your concern.
with a 16-year-old boy, they would have either
And after Megan died,
there for about 20 minutes.
uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Come on, come on, come on.
Wanting to protect your daughter.
Josh, a 16-year-old boy who in theory would normally be at school himself, replies.
Hello?
I sat there and thought for a second. I thought, I'm going to respond to him. And I said, this is Megan's mom.
I think you're a little too old for my daughter. And
He responded back and said, oh, you're wanting to protect your daughter.
yeah, it said, I understand your concern. And I bet that was Lori Drew saying this, and then
Things didn't feel.
Online friendship with a 16-year-old boy she met on MySpace. But her mom is suspicious of his true identity.
I did contact the police just to find out, is this account real or not? Can I find out?
and she thought she might be in danger.
It would just go away.
Megan immediately
That they're intending to hurt her.
Alright, bye. Thank you.
That they're intending to. I did contact the police just to find out, is this account real or not? Can I find out?
I have a concern about my daughter and someone she's talking to on MySpace.
They basically said, listen, there's no way for us to be able to find out if this account is fake or not.
That's why you have to contact the FBI. The FBI has more, can get this more down there.
If nothing has been said, if there's nothing of a, that they're intending to hurt.
I think someone, hacked my friend's, YouTube, and then he contacted his dad, who works for the FBI, and then they got his account back. Because his dad works for the FBI.
Alright, bye. Thank you.
Who was that? Hey, how was your game?
Good. We won 12 to 13.
Listen, I just called 911 about Josh.
like, oh my God, Mom. She was like mortified. You don't trust me. You don't
She does trust Megan. She's just concerned.
care.
I thought that talking to Megan's mom would scare him away.
Megan immediately goes back
Hey, my
on,
mom contacted the Popos to see if you were real or not.
desperately
If
hoping
you were
her
real or not.
mother hasn't scared off her online boyfriend, Josh Evans.
But sure enough, that night,
And he said,
popped off.
she's probably just trying to protect you. And of course she was.
A neighbor they barely know in
Hello?
pass and hates you.
I think Lori Drew is a coward. Listen to
The
this.
answer will be too horrifying to imagine. Ron is overwhelmed by grief and anger. He wants to find Josh Evans, the boy who could be responsible.
Suicide. No. But he looked on.
They wanted to find the note, but this is what was said.
He sees that Megan was still logged on to MySpace, and a last message is on the screen.
And it says, everybody in O'Fallon knows who you are. You're a bad person, and everyone hates you. Have a shitty rest of your life. The world would be a better place without you. But then listen to what happens right after that. After he reads it.
Found a message from Josh on MySpace. This is what he writes. Everybody in O'Fallon knows who you are. You're a bad person and everyone hates you. Have a rest of your life. The world would be a better place without you.
Oh.
Still logged on to my...
Better place without you.
No one cares.
And she said she couldn't imagine someone would say that to someone else.
She was this kid that then left this world thinking that no one cares, no one likes her.
But now you hear it.
Then, no sooner does he read it, the message disappears.
It showed all the letters crumbling up, and it says, "This MySpace no longer exists." This MySpace no longer exists. Deleted.
No, deleted. No, it's just gone.
I think he's trying to hit the enter key to find out if he can find it.
I just didn't understand who was this person because
And people would say Megan Meier's a fat ass, Megan Meier's a whore. This was what really pissed me off. They wanted to get rid of the MySpace in the end.
kid that then another half an hour later is you're these things.
Megan, log off right now. And I'll be home soon, okay?
Me. No one likes you. No one wants to be friends with you.
He said, "I don't know if I want to be friends with you because I heard you're not a nice person or you're not nice to your
I
friends."
said, Meg,
You heard me. No one likes you. No one wants to be friends with you. Or you heard me. I don't want to be friends with you anymore. You're not a nice person. Something like that.
sign off. I will be home.
Because Josh has been...
Survey. Do you agree? Megan Meier is a slut. Megan Meier is fat. That's what they did with Josh. This is what pushed it too far.
convinced dozens of his online...
Another half an hour later.
And
No, you know the rules. Off.
this time, Tina takes Megan at her word. Just one more message, and she'll turn off the computer.
She should have just gotten
But
off.
that's not what happens.
Yeah.
Josh finally responds to Megan, but not at
You heard me. No one likes you. No one
the
wants
way
to be
she was
friends with
hoping
you.
for,
She was crying and
but not in the way she was hoping for.
Then the survey made it worse.
a message had came in that said, you heard me. No one likes you. No one wants to be friends with you. I said, Meg, sign off. I will be home.
Survey.
It only gets
Do you
worse
agree Megan Meier is a slut? Megan Meier is fat.
because Josh
If you want to end it, you end it. You don't continue it. These three bitches are the worst.
has convinced dozens of his online friends and kids from Megan's old school to mock her.
Listen to this. You're such a bitch.
With the most
I hate you. You're a fat
vicious
ass.
insult
You're a
they
slut. Whore. You
could
freak.
think of.
To the people who said that, you deserve to rot in hell, and you guys are a waste of space. Megan, you are a beautiful girl. Tina, Ron, Allison, sorry for your loss. Sorry for everyone who was close to Megan. Blaine and the rest, and thank you everyone for watching. Stay up to date and subscribe. Subscribe to Alan Alva and Brittany Dugan. They made great videos about this. Alan Alva is a great friend of mine, and Brittany is the one I love. Alright, stay up to date and subscribe. Subscribe to them. Check out the videos. Alright, bye. Peace.